Dit is Woensdag 10 September 2025 en jy is ingeskakel op Kletskompas. Hallo en welkom by vandag se program. In vandag se program gaan kyk ons na Namdia, die staat se diamantmaatskappy wat onlangs nuwe tegnologie bekendgestel het, dit in verre Kaapstad. Maar eers gaan kyk ons na die lesersfoto's en dan maak ons 'n draai by die nuus. Jacques het saam met my in die Kletskompas ateljee en Jacques, jy het nou lekker geskrik, maar jy gaan nog groter skrik as ek vir die kykers vertel. Jy kan een van 35 wenners wees wat 'n koopbewys ter waarde van $3,500 Namibiese dollar wen met Shoprite in Namibië. Dit alles ter viering van hulle 35ste verjaarsdag hier in Namibië. Skandeer eenvoudig die QR-kode net hier so langs aan my en dan kan jy een van daardie 35 gelukkige wenners wees. En nou kom ons by die groot nuus. Ek dink Shoprite is groot nuus, ja, maar daar's nog groot nuus in vandag se Republikein. Jacques, op ons voorblad het jy geskryf oor die Grootfontein skou.
Grootfontein skou kan nie wag nie. Volgende week 17 tot 19 September. Die opening is volgende week Woensdag om 4:00. Groot vlot optog. Grootfontein gaan toe wees aan die mense. Ek is seker die mense, die beeste, die perde, die skape, alles gaan daar so wees. As jy dit uitmis, is ek jammer vir jou. Dit gaan definitief een van die grootste wees.
Hulle sê dit gaan 'n groot show wees. Dis wat hulle dit noem.
Grootfontein groot show. Daar's 177 beeste ingeskryf, meer as 160 kleinvee en dan is die perde dan nog daarso. Kom ons kyk, ek dink daar is 50 perde, 146 perde. Wat daar so geskryf is. Totaal van 50 perde met 146 inskrywings. So behalwe die vee, as jy nie noodwendig vir die vee daarso wil wees in die perde en so nie, daar's is meer as genoeg vermaak vir almal om te gaan kyk. Nee, dit gaan definitief 'n vol naweek wees.
En dan hier op ons voorblad berig ons ook oor een van die Namcor Enerkan beskuldigdes Cedric Willemse. Wat sê hy was lankal voor Namcor 'n ryk man gewees. Hy sê hy het clubs in Suid-Afrika besit. Hy sê hy het al lekker gelewe na voor. Ja, jy sal dalk onthou die Cedric Sheikh is na hom vernoem. Hy is bekend vir sy mengeldrankies op TikTok.
Ja.
En nou weet ek nie wat mengel hy daar in agtertrollies nie.
Hy mengel nog steeds sy water in die hof sien ek is sy designer water. Jy kan nie
Ek weet dit vat so 'n gootjie so agter hom.
Ja, ek kan nie 'n geleentheid vir bemarking opgee of so nie. Ek moet dit vir die man gee. Daar's groot aanklagtes teen hom. Ek kan nou nie onthou wat is die bedrag en daai tipe goeders nie, maar tussen deur van alles lyk hy nog steeds sy handelsmerk en sy brand en sy sin vir humor. Maar ek is almal dat die hof uitsprake lewer laat ek nie spekuleer oor hierdie tipe goeders nie.
Nee, hulle sê mos you are your brand. So waar ook al jy gaan, moet jy jou brand wees.
Ja.
En Cedric Willemse selfs in
Hy breek die karakter nie. Hy breek die karakter nie.
Nee, hy is die brand. Ek dink nie dit is vir hom 'n karakter nie, hy is daai brand. En dan het ons ook hier 'n storie oor olifantkonflik, mens-olifantkonflik. Op Korrigas, 'n Korrigasboer wat sê hy is heeltemal raad op oor 'n trop olifante wat konstant alles verpletter soos wat hulle gaan. En dis 'n moeilike situasie, jy weet. Wie was nou eerste daar? Wie het nou die regte om daar te wees en nie daar te wees nie? Moet ons as mense om die diere leef of moet ons verwag dat die diere om ons gaan leef, jy weet?
Dit raak uitdagend want ons beskerm ons olifante so goed in Namibia dat hulle raak meer en meer. Plus dan was daar nou nog 'n veldbrand ook gewees daai tyd. So die weiding is onder druk. Enige stukkie groentetuin wat die manne daarso sit, enige stukkie lek wat oorbly van die voer in die bakke, hulle gaan nie daai goeters en so aan. En ons het self van die plaas waar ek groot geword het, dis omtrent 200 olifante daar, so daar's niks wat jy kan doen regtig. Jy kan so 'n stuk sement bou daar, so jy kan chillies gaan plant rondom dit, jy kan chillies gaan smeer op die dam self. As die koei se kalf wil drink, dan gaan die ma vir hom 'n plan maak daar so.
Ja. En dan laastens hier op die agterblad het ek 'n fokus geskryf, eintlik baie interessante fokus en dit was my baie interessante gesprek om te hê met Dr. Wesley Peters. Dit is 'n groep Namibiese navorsers wat psigometriese toetse ontwikkel vir die Namibiese bevolking.
Ja.
So daar's 'n baie bekende probleem eintlik in psigometriese toetse. IQ-toetse lei onder hierdieselfde probleem, dat daar 'n sekere element van vooroordeel ingebou is. Jy weet, jy stel 'n toets op sonder dat jy daaraan dink of dit besef, half skryf jy jou vooroordeel en jou kultuur en jou normes in die toets in.
Dis
jy
waar.
weet. En dis dieselfde met IQ-toetse byvoorbeeld, waar jy outomaties aanvaar dat mense kan Engels verstaan om die vraag te kan interpreteer en antwoord, sulke tipe goed. En dis dieselfde met psigometriese toetse. So wanneer ons psigometriese toetse nou gebruik in die aanstellingsproses, dan raak dit moeilik want ons steun op Suid-Afrikaanse toetse.
Presies.
En dis nie dieselfde kulture, jy weet, die kulture verskil. Suid-Afrika is baie meer soos half burgerlik, baie meer vernuwe, jy weet, baie ander normes as ons. En as ons dan by hulle maatstaf meet, dan gaan ons nie, jy weet, die
ons moet ons eie maatstaf hê. Met die tyd, ons is nog so bietjie afhanklik van Suid-Afrika, maar ek dink in terme van kosvoorsiening gaan ons onafhanklik word. Ek dink in terme van elektrisiteitsvoorsiening gaan ons onafhanklik word. So selfs as toetse vir ons werk, moet ons afkom van hulle stelsel af.
Ja, en ek dink kultureel is ons onafhanklik.
Kultureel sou ek sê, okay, Afrikaans is ons nog steeds altyd gebind.
Ja.
Ons sal vir altyd gebind wees daarso, maar
ja, maar ons het ander kulture hier in Namibië. Ons het byvoorbeeld nie so baie Zulus en so aan Wenda mense en so aan en so voort. So ja, dit is nogals opwindend.
Dis interessant en ek bly hulle doen dit, laat dit gemik is op die Namibiese mark en die Namibiese mens.
Ja, ons gaan kyk nou na die minister van Gesondheid en Maatskaplike Dienste, Dr. Esperance Luvendal, wat vanoggend aan die woord was by 'n geleentheid vir Wêreld Selfdoodvoorkomingsdag.
Literacy, and I'm happy the media is here, and I want to say this. How we report on suicide is important. How we report on suicide is important. There is responsible reporting for suicide. There is responsible reporting for suicide. It is important, and this is part of health education and health literacy that is sometimes not given. It is important. The details you give, how you give the details, how you give the information. Yes, we want to sell papers, but it's important. It's important. And in every single article, you cannot report on suicide and not provide help at the end of the article. You can't. Because you're telling someone that was on the verge of doing it, or somebody else did it. You can do it. This is how you can do it. And there's no help. We're not offering you help. We're not going to tell you that there's a lifeline you can contact. There's who and who you can contact. We just write and we let it go. Because we want to sell. And that's dangerous. Reporting on suicide is important. And we need to start training reporters and media on how to report on suicide. It is very important. Director of Ceremonies, the Ministry of Health and Social Services recognizes the urgency of this crisis. We remain steadfast in our commitment to suicide prevention. We are the largest service provider in this critical area. And so yes, not enough is being done. We take responsibility for that. We understand not enough is being done. Having little awareness campaigns and then posting on social media and saying we are here, that's not enough. It's not enough. We take liability that we need to do so much more. We take it. There is so much more that needs to be done that is not being done, and we must do it. With that said, the ministry has offered a lot of assistance. The past weeks I've seen what the director.
Voordat ons gaan kyk na die nuutste ontwikkeling in Namdia se tegnologie, gaan kyk ons na die nuutste verwikkelinge op die weerfront. Op Katima Mulilo môre 'n minimum van 17 grade Celsius en 'n maksimum van 35. In die hoofstad Windhoek 'n minimum van 15 grade Celsius en 'n maksimum van 30. En op Gebabis 'n minimum van 16 grade Celsius en 'n maksimum van 31. Op Swakopmund môre 'n sonnige dag met 'n minimum van 13 grade Celsius en 'n maksimum van 15 grade Celsius. Op Arnhamsvlei 'n minimum van 13 grade Celsius en 'n maksimum van 29 en op Reebot 'n minimum van 14 en 'n maksimum van 31 grade Celsius.
Oorlewing van kinderkanker tot meer as 80% te laat styg. Baie soorte kanker kan nou genees of beheer word om kinders 'n beter lewensgehalte tot in volwassenheid te gee. Die mees algemene tipe kinderkanker is leukemie, 'n bloedkanker. Leukemie begin in die beenmerg, die sponsagtige stof binne in ons bene waar bloedselle gemaak word. Ander kinderkanker sluit in limfoom, bloedkanker wat in die limfkliere begin en dan soliede gewasse. En soliede gewasse kan dwars deur die liggaam voorkom soos in die brein, niere, spiere of bene. Die oorsake van kinderkanker is grootslik onbekend en kan skielik voorkom sonder vroeë simptome wat tydens 'n fisiese ondersoek opgespoor kan word. As jy iets ongewoon by jou kind opmerk, onverklaarbare simptome dat hy nie behoorlik groei nie, opgeswelle maag, bloed in die urine, neem jou kind dadelik na die dokter, sê Dr. Nita Zaibel, 'n pediatriese onkoloog. Indien die dokter kanker vermoed, sal 'n reeks toetse help om die tipe kanker te identifiseer, waar dit geleë is en of dit na ander dele van die liggaam versprei het. Kinders en kanker kan verskil van kanker by volwassenes. Wanneer jy die diagnose ondersoek, maak seker dat jy kyk na hoe daardie kanker kinders raak. Dikwels kan die uitkomste baie beter wees vir kinders as vir volwassenes met dieselfde tipe kanker.
In 1994, a group of Namibians saw a need for a grassroots Namibian medical aid fund. The Prosperity Medical Aid Fund was born right here, among the hardworking fishermen and ship workers of Walvish Bay. In 2001, in order to establish a fund focused on its members that put their health first, the fund formed its own identity, away from its administrators, Prosperity Health. It was named Renaissance Health as a symbol for the renewal of medical funding in Namibia, a transformation in health. Renaissance members voted for their first board of trustees who would carry the fund forward for all Namibians. By 2010, Renaissance had members across the entire Namibia. A fund founded by Namibians for Namibians to ensure access to quality healthcare. In 2020, RMA was put to the test with COVID-19, supplying life-saving oxygen machines door-to-door to members when our Namibian hospitals were full, saving many of its members' lives. RMA is not just a medical aid fund, it's a partner in health for its members, whether through our chronic compliance programs or yearly wellness checkups. RMA was started by you. It belongs to you. A proudly Namibian first medical aid fund providing the best in care for all Namibians. Renaissance Health Medical Aid Fund, serving Namibia since 1994. RMA, your health comes first.
Yes, we are here at the Benguela Gem, and part of that is where we are launching the next generation crawler, an equipment, a piece of equipment that will help us to recover diamonds 20% faster when we get to the mining area towards the end of this month. Looking forward to achieving that for the benefit of our communities, for the benefit of our country, and we love to see this back in Namibia end of September. Please, let's celebrate this together.
So what standing behind us, of course, the Benguela Gem, most advanced marine diamond recovery vessel in the world. And what the team would have seen is its next generation trawler. So that is, of course, the heart of a vessel like this, that's the truth. But what does it mean for our joint venture, for the Jet Marine Company? It is the future. So if you did walk alongside this quay, you'll find a vessel called Grand Banks, and she was one of the first marine recovery vessels ever floated for us. And retiring her is sad. In fact, she's as old as I am, so I think I'm not ready to retire, but she has to go. But ultimately, just the upgrade that this tool represents matches what that vessel was producing for no additional cost. So far more efficient, far more effective, and investing $1 billion gives us a future well beyond 2030, 2040 for this business.
Yeah, thank you so much. As Kevin has said, I mean, this is a big investment for Delmar in Namibia, for the country also Namibia, and the next generation crawler, I think you've seen the figures there, that cost almost $1 billion Namibian dollars, and then we are looking at improving the efficiency, the production, the mining, the current, which we hope to improve at least by 20% as compared to the previous crawler. And then also at the same time, this will help us also working in future, work on more technologies, hopefully where we will be able to look at how we can create more mining area going in future in some of the areas that have been identified, like the mud belt and others. So this technology is good because it's a stepping stone for us to be more innovative, to have more advanced technology, to ensure that we are sustainable in terms of our mining, as well as our profitability, which will be good for all the shareholders.
In terms of negotiations that are ongoing between government and De Beers, do we think that the relationship, the partnership is going to continue into the foreseeable future?
Partnership has been in place since '94. It is strong. It is so important that we work hand in hand, and we see that being a huge foundation for this future into the new world.
How soon do you think mining will start in the new mining areas, the one we saw in the presentation?
It's interesting to challenge. In some of the mine plan that the production team have looked at, they want to start getting into the edges of some of the new areas. But as the team knows, there's a technology development that has to happen ongoing to keep accessing new areas, tougher areas with more overburden, areas with bigger rocks. And so that would be a program that will continue for the 20, 30 years.
As a partnership, are you still confident with this business, the diamond business, given what's going on in the world, tariffs and prices coming down? Are you still confident about that?
Absolutely. So our confidence in the future of the natural diamond market is unwavering. And that's not just because we like diamonds, but absolutely the testings shows that diamonds, natural diamonds, I mean these products that come up through a vessel like this are billions of years old. You can't manufacture that in a laboratory. They each have an individual journey, and if you like sparkle like I do, marine diamond, the diamond from Namibia, is the shiniest, is the most special. So we see this being something that people want, people desire, people love the stories, they love the stories where they come from, and we see a very strong future for diamonds.
Mr. Nyambe, what lessons can other Namibian entities learn from the way your marine operate, training Namibians and paying tax? What lessons can we learn from others?
I think the biggest lesson is sustainability, which will come from the innovation, technology we have employed all the time to ensure that our business is sustainable for a long time and profitable. I think we have invested a lot in technology. We have invested a lot in our people, employees. We have seen some of them, the crawler pilots, the captain. There's a lot of Namibians who tell you good stories from Delmar in Namibia, and improved also on the skill set and everything. So if we can work on technology, how we can be sustainable, the innovation, and then look after our people, our employees, we're going to do bigger things. It's a company which is already what we're doing. Other companies can emulate and do the same as we're doing.
So behold the monster. The next generation crawler. So that this trawler weighs currently at 370 tons, and compared to the previous one at 296 tons. Obviously the biggest submersible tool, especially for us in terms of the leader in marine diamond recovery. Yeah, very interesting facts about the trawler.
I mean, the trawler, the generation leaps, we've been developing trawlers for many years now. Eventually you get stuck at an efficiency improvement, so the next one is really a size improvement. So the team focused on in two big aspects. How do we make sure that the trawler can mine faster? As brought out, what the philosophy is that we're mining at declining grade. So we've always done the best panels first with the most carats, and that gets us profitability. But next year's panels are going to be worse. So we need to be able to keep up with the declining grade, so we have to mine faster to keep up with it. So that's where the next generation trawler is coming from. We're going to be able to mine faster at an average of about 20%. And we also know that we mine the best panels first. So the panels are getting harder to mine. So we looked at how to make the trawler a lot more robust. How the components are going to last longer, how we're going to ensure reliability. There's a lot of incremental improvements. We focused a lot around the slurry system. How do we get the slurry all the way back up to the treatment plant? And it focused around the pump. How can we make it more robust? How can we make it larger, last longer? So we're hoping that it can last up to 30% longer. That means they don't have to replace those components out in sea with difficult activity. And they can last 30% longer than what they can currently do. There's a lot of incremental increases. If you look at the track system, all of it's been increased. We've used the longer components as well as wider components. We've had a look at each component to see if we can make it more robust and have incremental improvement and make it last longer on the track system. This track system itself also has a change in gearbox arrangement, so it means that we can track higher hills, which is great for inclination. It also means that we've got higher torque out of the crawler, which means that we can move through the material quite a lot better. The hydraulic system as well, complete redesign on how we can use the higher loads that we need to do to operate the sleep. So yeah, it's a significant improvement in the previous generation, and we're looking forward.
Hi, I'm Ivan Odendal. I'm the technical superintendent here on the Benguela Gem for Dep Marine Namdia. So what makes me proud about Roller? Roller was something that's coming on for more than 20 years in our organization. And being a guy that's always been working on it from time to time and going through the ranks of the organization, I'm now part and parcel of the team that looks after the maintenance, the ability, the safety, and the production line that it produces for the whole vessel, as well as the company. My role currently here is to ensure that the team works safely, that we work in unison to meet our maintenance plans and so forth. And by doing that, engaging in something that was designed by special people, but we ourselves, and what makes me proud of that, are hand in certain things that make our lives difficult, that the team had to understand why and how we struggle by trying to understand what they wanted, what challenges we have, and that balance that was struck to find an optimal solution for us all was perfect. And that makes me very proud that at least our input to that level, we are here where we are today.
We are gathered here for a momentous occasion where we are launching the next generation crawler for Dep Marine Namdia. This was a collaboration between Dep Marine Namdia and Upstream Technology. It's a system that will produce approximately 30% more carats for Dep Marine Namdia and for the country. And I have with me here the company and its board of directors. And we are all here to launch this exciting opportunity. And we look forward to receiving the vessel in the Namibian waters to be able to produce carats and indeed make a difference into the lives of the Namibians.
daarmee die einde van vandag se episode van Kletskompas. Baie dankie dat jy by ons aangesluit het. Onthou, ons is môre weer terug, selfde tyd, selfde plek, maar tot dan, is dit mooi bly.